First off, I'm not a public speaker, so that's why I'm a catcher. I can hide behind a mask most of the time. Kelly, I'll get you back in line here. Don't worry. Be short and sweet. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, the voting board, and thank you, Southwest Minnesota State University. I'm used to saying Southwest State, so I apologize. I'd like to first congratulate all of the inductees here today. It is truly an honor. Dad, as a kid you said swing hard. I'm sure glad I listened. Not bad for a walk-on from Melrose that got more letters for football than he did for baseball. And I can count them on these two hands. So, SMSU, what a great place. A lot of great friendships, a lot of great memories on and off the field. It's where I met my wife Jessica back in 1994. She was a 4-year starter for the softball team here at Southwest State and a captain in 1997 as well. From there, we had 2 beautiful kids. They're here with us today. Sophia, who is 7, and Easton, who is 4. Please stand up. Please stand up and wave. The fall of 1992, I entered campus as a walk-on and not really knowing what to expect out of college baseball. Go to spring tryouts or open tryouts, I make the cut, and still really not knowing what college baseball was like until the fall games begin. And was that an eye-opener? The lingo was something I've never heard before, and the chirping between dugouts was amazing. Of course, me being me, I'd let it go in one and out the other. And until Brett Limbo came to the plate. Brett Limbo was a 2-year starter and a senior on the team, and he chirped the whole at bat. He worked a walk, and on his way to first, he mumbled something about thanks for the double and something about a freshman catcher. Well, a few pitches later, he broke for second, of course, and there was only 2 words that came out of my mouth behind my mask, and that was sit down. That's how that little bit of confidence is what started my career here at Southwest. During my 5 years as a baseball player here at SMSU, I played with a lot of great players. From 1994 to 1997, I batted around names like Napper, Deming ×2, Sukowski, Britt, Beyer, Myers, Brown, Judd, Lickfelt, Funk, Kickel, Schlemmer, Binnick, Helene, Hoppin, Smith, Gilchrist. A lot of great players there. They made my life easy. On the defensive side, I played center field. Coach Chmielewski, center field, my freshman year. And I also caught. I obviously was a catcher for 4 years, but I got to play behind guys like pitchers like Napper, Beyer, Leeser, Pauly, Pack, Struckman, Schmitz, Tangen, Ray, Swatsky, who is here today with us, and many others. I didn't mention all, but would like to thank all my teammates, as without their great support and without them making me better, there's no way I'm here today. Excuse me. Together as a team, we created a lot of great memories, like winning the conference in 1994 and 1996, and winning the conference tournament in 96 and 97. These are things that I will remember forever, and thank you for that. I will also remember having to make a transition from 1996 to 1997, when my 4-year coach, Jim Denneman, retired, and in walks Coach Blanchard and Coach Chmielewski, who are 2 amazing individuals and 2 amazing coaches. Coach Blanchard brought a new way of teaching and coaching to our program. It was more defensive oriented, and I have to stress that. It was defensive oriented. And of course, as captain with Chris Pack, we got to hear it all. All we do is defensive drills around second base. Are we going to hit? How do you win without hitting? Of course, as a catcher, we spend most practices as backstops for our pitchers, so I really didn't feel that sorry for them. Well, Coach, I wish he was here today, but well, Coach, we won, and I believe we turned a record number of double plays that year as well. We started that season in Florida with a 9-1 record, or as Coach Blanchard would say, 9-Web record. We started that season, I'll get back on track here. It may be the most memorable year I had here at Southwest State. We won 31 games with only 13 losses and won the conference tournament with a 24-4 rout of the regular season champ Bemidji. Didn't get a region bid, but back then only 3 teams did get region bids. I would have loved to catch Chris Pack and the rest one more time, but it wasn't in the cards. I was lucky enough to be coached by a lot of great coaches and assistant coaches while at SMSU. I would also like to thank them. I would like to thank Coach Jim Denovan for giving the hard-swinging walk-on catcher from Melrose a chance. Coach Denovan took a dead pole hitter and taught him that it was okay to hit the ball to the right side of second base. It was actually accepted. He made it easy. Widen your stance, drop your elbow a little bit, and all it was from there was here, 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 bam. That's all you had to hear from Mr. Denovan. What a great guy and a great coach. I would like to thank him for giving me the confidence needed to play at this level. Thank you. I would like to thank Coach Blanchard for giving the fifth-year senior the nickname Old Bag of Dirt. I may not be your last old bag of dirt, Coach, but I was your first here at SMSU. Coach Blanchard turned my world inside out and upside down when it came to the catching position. Drop a knee, extend your arm, catch the ball closer to the plate. Sit on the insides of your feet, blocking progressions, bunt defense, how to pick up a baseball as a catcher. I could go on and on. The amount of detail he taught is second to none. Thank you for teaching me the game and the games within the game, Coach. It is amazing how much I learned in the fall of 1996 from you. Thank you for giving me the tools to help other catchers become better players. I am still coaching today in central Minnesota, and I'm using the same tactics and drills that Coach Blanchard used on me 18 years ago. Thank you. I would like to thank Coach Himaleski, who turned my batting style inside out and upside down as well. He taught me what happens when you hit a ball with backspin. It does amazing things when you hit a ball with backspin. Unfortunately, we did not change things until about halfway through my senior season, in the midst of a slump. How many buckets did we take before practice? Thank you for the extra time. I would also like to thank you for the long Vadran conversations we had about life experiences in baseball. And last but not least, Coach, thank you for some very memorable mound visits that we probably should discuss later. Swatsky remembers a few. Finally, I'd like to thank my family. I have 3 younger brothers, Nathan, Tyler, and Grant, of which Tyler is with us today with his wife, Ann. Thank you for coming. Tyler played 4 years for Coach Blanchard after I left, from 1998 to 2001. All 4 of us together played a lot of baseball in the backyard and 8 or 9 years together on the same amateur team. I would like to thank them for those memories. Shoot, who needed to pay for baseball camps? All we needed was a backyard, a couple of balls, an old sawed-off wood bat from Grandpa Hess, and trees strategically placed throughout the yard. We had camp every night. Dad pitching, and the boys hitting, running, and fielding. We even had an umpire from time to time from the kitchen window. Right, Mom? This is where we got better at the game. That was in our blood at birth. Of course, it certainly helped that we were at the softball park 2 to 3 times a week and at the baseball park on Sundays with Dad, or should I say Mom, as my dad was on the field. Thanks, Mom, for allowing that to happen. Mom, thank you for lining up all the miscellaneous jobs, from paper routes, loading turkeys, picking rocks, baling hay, mowing lawns, and so on. I didn't realize it at the time, but it prepared me for 6 a.m. practice, hard work, and responsibility. So for that, I thank you. Dad, thank you for very rarely saying no to having a catch with your boys. Even after a hard day's work, it is something I am trying to carry forward with my kids today. Don't worry, Mom. I will give them a fair share of chores and find some miscellaneous jobs for them as well. Thank you both for the opportunities you provided for me. And thanks again to SMSU for all the memories that you have given me. Thank you.